Hey guys, Chris and Randy here with WeBuyGuns.com and MarksmanTV. Welcome back to another unboxing video. We have quite the large collection that we got in today, so we're going to go through them as quickly as we can. I promise I'll try not to talk too much, and we'll just kind of fire through these. So without further ado, let's jump into it now. Alright guys, so what we basically have here today is two separate collections that have come in, so we have a lot of guns, so we're going to fire through these pretty fast and try not to spend a lot of time on each one to keep this video a little bit shorter. So, over here in this corner we have one collection, over here in this corner we have another, so we'll go ahead and fire through these. This one is coming to us from a customer in Texas, so let's do it.
Empty the trash can.
There we go. So that means all of these are going to have to trash can gun. Okay.
Used to be a 1022.
That's a carbine 44.
Ooh.
Okay, so what we have here is a Ruger carbine 44. You guys might remember from a couple of videos ago we had the Deerfield. This is the predecessor to that. So you had a fully enclosed receiver with an enclosed top portion. Basically, it started out with a single piece of steel and they machine it down from there. Not much else. Let's see, we probably have our safety on. There it goes. Very cool tubular magazine that holds, I believe, 4 rounds. So interesting firearm. We've had quite a few of these. So what do you think about the condition there?
There are some handling marks. Looks like some safe dings. It's probably been out in the field a few times. I would probably, and bluing is very nice on it though. With the imperfections on the stock, I would probably say good condition.
That's not the crack. Yeah, I would go with that too. There's definitely a lot of scratches and dings in the wood on the stock, so this has been out, hunted with a couple times. Although the metal, the bluing is fantastic. So if there were a different stock to put this into, it could almost actually look almost like new if there was a like new stock. But the stock isn't horrible, but definitely shows some field use. So anyway, I don't see any cracks. Customer did say good, so again, we agree with that. So there's that one there. Let's move on to the next one. All right, next one up from the same customer in Texas.
Yep, peanuts.
We're already like have one trash bag filled. What do we have there?
We have here is a Remington Model 700 and 22-250.
Cool.
Thumb hole laminate stock. Excellent varmint rifles. Heavy barrel.
This looks to be, we could look at the serial number, but this looks to be more of a modern production Remington rather than kind of the old, 1970s, 1980s. This is probably manufactured, given the Parkerized finish and everything, our prefix in the serial number, probably recent manufacturer before Remington went out of business. It is a free-floated barrel. This is probably a Boyd's laminate stock, I would guess. Not likely the stock that it originally came with, but anyway, very interesting. So basically, shooter, Remington 700 and a nice stock, ready for optics mount and everything like that. So what do you think about the condition on that one?
Again, there are a few handling marks, dings on the stock itself. But I would put this one in very good condition, Chris.
I would agree with that. Customer did rate it at very good, so we are on board there. So let's move on to the next one. All right, guys, so we have 7 more from the same person in Texas. So what Randy and I decided we would do is go ahead and open all of these off camera so you guys don't have to sit through us cutting boxes open, since we all know that they're from the same person. And we also know that there's packing peanuts in all of them, which is going to take us forever to go through, and would save me a bunch of time editing all of that out. So we'll open all these and we will be right back. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and run through these. We've already opened them. Go ahead, Randy, grab that one. So next up we have, it's like another Remington, that's a Winchester Model 70.
Yep, Winchester Model 70 in a Sporter in 243. Chris.
So this one has what looks like one optics mount ready to go. Don't know where the other one is. And again, this one was put in a thumb hole Sporter stock. I remember looking this one up and I could not find an actual configuration from the factory in this type of thumb hole stock, although it looks like the age of the stock would be pretty consistent. This is an older Winchester Model 70, so pretty interesting. What do you think about the condition on that one?
I would say, Chris, considering the age, I would put it probably at very good.
Yeah, I would say probably high-end good, low-end very good. There are just several handling marks, but nothing too obvious. So either good or very good. Very good would be okay. Customer said very good. So we're okay with that. So let's move on to the next one. We're just going to one take this one. So here, why don't you take that one down to... John's doing our paperwork as we run through these. All right. Next up, we have... Yes. This is a Ruger number 1. This is a sort of a falling block action single shot type of rifle that was manufactured by Ruger. I don't believe Ruger's manufacturing the number 1s right now, are they? I don't think so. I don't think that they are. This was actually chambered at 6.5 Creedmoor, so this one had to have been made not that long ago, since the 6.5 Creedmoor really started gaining a lot of momentum maybe within about the past 5 years. Very nice heavy contour barrel, already has rings on it. They look to be 1-inch rings. Cool rifle. What do you think about the condition of that one?
Again, just a few little minor marks on the stock, Chris. The metal looks great. Even with the marks, I would say probably the low end very good.
Okay, very good. And I actually agree with that. I think very good is fair. Customer said excellent. I guess we're close enough. There are a few more marks on it than I would give it excellent, but it's really not that bad of a looking of a firearm, so we'll go with that. That's totally fine. So there is that one.
Thank you.
Alrighty, Mini 14. We've talked about these a lot. We've unboxed a lot of these. Don't know when this one was manufactured. This one has some really interesting features on it that I'm not too familiar with. For example, this does not have the traditional look of the upper handguard, which usually has a little swell that comes over the charging handle. There's also this weird sort of, I don't know if that is a last round hold open. Yeah, it's a last round hold open device. It's actually viewable from the outside of the firearm, which I'll get some close-ups of, guys. I've never actually seen that before. I don't know if this is some sort of weird variation or like a state compliant thing. I do not know, honestly. But that's definitely unique, very interesting. So, very cool. What do you think about that one?
Very minor handling marks, Chris. I would say probably very good. There's some marks on the stock down here.
Yeah, very
Just
very
a few
minor.
Few little dings and scratches.
I would say very good to excellent, and the customer said very good. So, cool. We're good there. Like I said, guys, we're just kind of shooting through these because we have a lot to get through. So, this one is not going to be an informational intensive video. But I know some of you guys like that. You just want to see the guns. You don't want to hear us go on and on about stuff, especially if you already know about it. Let's see here. All right. Let's just say Ruger 96. Ruger 96. It is a lever action rifle feeding from a detachable, looks like rotary magazine. Looks similar to sort of taking cues, sort of like a lever 1022, if you will. Very interesting. This one chambered in .44 Remington Magnum. Again, has a lot of similar aesthetics, almost like a number 1 and a 1022 combined, or a Ruger carbine. So pretty cool. What do you think about that one? Definitely a Ruger collector. An older Ruger
Nice
collector.
color case hardening
Yeah,
on the...
I noticed that. Beautiful color case hardening here on the lever. Stock looks great. Finish looks great.
Honestly, Chris, I have to say excellent condition on this one.
I would agree with that one. Definitely looks excellent to me. And customer said, good.
Oh.
Huh? Are we not seeing something? There's some knurling here on the butt plate, but it's not bad.
Little scratch down here, but I mean, it's so minor if I hold it out here.
I mean,
can't see
I
it.
could rate it down to very good, but yeah, good I think is a little bit of an understatement on this one, but we'll definitely go with it.
Yep, thank you
But
to the customer.
again, we get the pictures, so, you know, clear photos. I look at those before I look at the rating. I really rely on the rating more when I can't really get a good idea from the photos. But yeah, this one looks excellent to me, or the high end of very good at the least. So,
Yep.
Very cool. Let's move on to the next one.
Get behind, John. Get behind.
All right, here we go. Some packing peanuts. It was a little bit of unpackaging these. This one is a number 1. Right? No, I'm sorry. This one is a Ruger number 3, which, if I remember correctly, was the more economized version of the number 1. This one is in 22 Hornet. Like the number 1, it does have the sort of the falling block action, but a more simplified, economized version. Not much else really to say about that. What do you think about the condition there?
Quite a few handling marks on the stock. May have been refinished, I'm not sure. Maybe not. Probably not. No, I don't think so. Definitely a lot more handling marks.
Notice a small, what looks like a very minor hairline crack here in the stock.
Yeah.
That's either a scratch or a very, very minor crack. I can't really tell.
Can't really tell because of the finish. With that in consideration and the markings up here on the wood, down here, Chris, I would actually rate this one a good. It has some abrasion on stock.
I would totally agree with that one, and the customer said, good.
Yeah.
Okay, we're right there.
Yep.
So, very cool.
Thank you.
Well, this one's clearly a Weatherby. All right. This one is a Weatherby, looks like a Mark V. Beautiful firearm. Gorgeous stock, gorgeous bluing, but it is a Weatherby Mark V. One of their sort of flagship rifles from the Weatherby line, and has been for quite some time. This one's chambered in 240 Weatherby Magnum. So, yeah, I like that a lot. Very gorgeous hunting rifle. What do you think about the condition of that one?
Few marks on the wood here and there, probably safe marks, Chris. I would rate it very good with the marks on the wood.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I looked a little bit too soon, and that is what the customer said, so we are good there. That's a really attractive looking firearm. So there's that.
Thank you.
All right. We're getting there.
Why we can't have nice things around?
Yep. Okay. Here we have what looks like a Remington 700. Now this is a more premier version. It is factory engraved. Very nice. It's sort of electronic scroll working that is done on the receiver and on the base plate. This appears to be a BDL. Nice. Just this one is chambered in 223 Remington. Nice, attractive looking firearm. What do you think about that one, Randy?
Nice scroll work on the receiver there. Some safe dings along the side, a little worse than the last one. Metal looks very good. I would probably put it at the high end of good with all those marks in the stock.
Yeah, I would say solid good. I would take very good. I would put it at the very high end of good is where I would be, but very good would be okay too. And the customer said, very good. So that's fair, we'll take that. So, very cool. And the last one from this collection in Florida. This appears to be a Marlin, yes, Marlin Model 375, chambered in 375 Winchester, a rubber band, very big round. Gorgeous firearm. You don't see too many of these anymore. Definitely not in 275, or the 275 round, or I'm sorry, 375 round in general. Cool rifles. So what do you think about that one?
Yeah, some handling marks, safe marks on it. It's a little older. I think there might be a crack in the plate there at the bottom.
No, that's varnish. It's chipping
Varnish,
off. It's
okay.
not a crack. It's, yeah, sort of like varnish is chipping off of it.
You know, the handling marks on the wood, I would make it a solid good.
Yeah, I'm definitely solid good on that. And they cut their own notches into the top rail, which is
Yeah.
fine.
Modified.
Yeah, but that's not a factory
No,
That's
now that
yeah,
could come
that-
off
yeah, that
and
could
it would
come
look
off.
fine.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'm gonna say good as well. Customer rates it at good. Cool. So, you're pretty well in line on those.
Yeah.
Really cool collection of older sporting and hunting rifles. So, yeah, okay. Well, we will move on to the next one. Again, big thank you to our customer in Florida for all of those.
Texas.
No, it's Florida.
Is it Florida?
Isn't it? Texas. Thank you to our customer in Texas. See, this is why we keep Randy around.
So I keep me around. Sideshow Randy.
Somehow I got Florida in my mind, but okay, Texas.
All right.
Big thank you to Texas. That actually makes a lot more sense. All right, up next we have the collection. This one is actually from Florida, so I will remember that. I'll say this one was from Texas later on.
And what do you always say?
The customer's always
Fine
right.
old town.
Yeah, Little Rock, fine little town.
Fragile, that sounds French.
It's Italian.
It's Italian.
This
It's a major award.
This is one of them Italians. Yeah. Ooh, ooh. Ow.
Oh! I got the tourniquet in the next room.
This is why they keep saying not to use the scissors.
Fingers back.
I shall resist.
Viva la resistance!
It looks like we have several guns in here. Okay. I got myself. All
Need a
right.
Band-Aid?
Nah. I'm just gonna bleed all over everything.
Nobody makes you bleed your own blood.
Okay. What do we have here? We have 2 firearms. I'll grab that.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Here's a Henry. You know, the problem is this little nut's coming loose.
Yep. I want to leave that alone. There's several jokes there. I know what that is.
I let you take your pick. Yeah, I know what that is too.
Tell me the length of it, Chris.
That's what she said.
They don't all drop at once.
Chuck, what'd you say?
They don't all drop at once. That's it. Why are we back on nuts, John? This is why John is not on the video.
Chuck.
This is a family show.
This is a children's show, John.
Evidently, it's PG-17, Chris.
NC-17.
NC-17.
Okay.
Get the Jimmy off there.
Yeah.
All my Henrys better be wearing Jimmys.
Everybody's always sending the guns wearing the jimmies.
Ooh, and the little extra Jimmy.
Okay. What we have here is what appears to be a mare's leg. This is a shorty Henry. What is this? Probably a 44.
357.
Or is it a 357? Yeah, 357. What do they call these? The big boy or the golden boy? I always get that.
Golden Boy.
Yeah, so this is the Golden Boy 357. The mare's leg, basically in pistol configuration, it just has a gripping surface here and a shortened barrel, giving it the look of a mare's leg, and that's where it gets the name. It's a household term. But anyway, very cool. These are a lot of fun, actually. Large loop lever. I've always really liked these. My dad actually used to have one of these. He ended up selling it, but yeah, very cool. Anyway, what do you think about that?
Other than needing a little polish, Chris, I would say excellent condition.
I would totally agree with that, and that's what the customer said. So we are good to go there. All right. And next up in this box, ooh.
It's a kit.
It's a kit gun.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's stainless. I don't know how you like stainless. It's a
Ooh, yeah.
stainless coach gun.
And you know how I like shotguns.
And coach shotguns. What we have here is a Stoker, right? Yeah, a coach gun. And this one is stainless, and it's in 20 gauge. Wish it were in 12, so that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's still really cool. Looks nice. Beautiful wood, beautiful stainless finish on it, coach gun configuration. What do you think about that? It's the Coach Gun Supreme.
Supreme.
I think the Burrito Supreme.
That's a
Taco Bell.
Royale.
It's a Royale.
The Royale with cheese right here, baby. I really don't see any marks on it, Chris.
Yeah, me neither. The thing
Fingerprints, I would say excellent condition.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Totally excellent condition. So that starts us off with this collection from Florida. Let's see the next one.
Next up is one from the same customer in Florida. Thank you for sending this in. I got a hold of them. I don't know if there's anything else in there now.
You birdie.
Thanks.
I don't want anything sharp around here.
Please keep your hands and arms inside.
Okie dokie.
Ooh, butt plate.
I like that. That looks like an 1866 Yellow Boy, maybe? Yeah, it is.
Clear.
1866 Yellow Boy. What's the
45 Colt.
45 Colt, the way it should be. These are awesome. So, Uberti is based out of Italy. There are several companies who import them. The biggest one's Cimarron and Taylor. A couple of Stogers brought some of their stuff in too. But they've been known for making sort of replicas of the old Western style firearms. Even before Winchester got back into it, I guess it would really be Moroku. Uberti was making really good representations of them. And for what they are, they're not super, super expensive. They are a little bit pricey. But they are just very beautifully made firearms. And, you know, the 1866 Yellow Boy would come out of the Henry 1860 when Winchester would actually get involved. And just an awesome firearm. That was the first one where they implemented the King's Patent side-loading gate. So it has a crescent butt plate. And it has the, so this is in the standard traditional rifle configuration with the octagonal barrel. Gorgeous firearm, man, I love this. What do you think about that?
Looking over the brass very carefully, I don't see any scratches really on it at all. It just needs a good polish.
Oh, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks great. I would definitely say very good, if not very good to excellent.
Yeah, I mean, there's some like micro scratches on it, but
Yeah.
honestly, I mean, you can't even really tell in at arm's length. I would go with excellent on it. That is what the customer said. I looked, and but I mean, that's very fair. It's a gorgeous looking firearm. Looks to have seen little to no use at all. So, very cool. Let's see what else we got in there.
Okay.
Particular customer was interested in the Western style of firearms. Levers and coach gun. Are there going to be single action armies? I don't know. There's a big hammer on it. So this is a trapdoor, carbon. So that is a reproduction, not the original, but the Springfield trapdoor originally was in 4570. Go to half cock and bring open the breech. We are clear. It is a single shot. One of the self-contained, actually the first militarily adopted in the United States self-contained rifle that was issued at wide scale was the 1873 trapdoor rifle, chambered in 4570 government. This is in the carbine configuration. Typically they have the full rifle length barrel. This has the saddle ring, bar, and ring on it as well. Very cool. You would load in your round, bring down the trapdoor, go to full cock, fire, go to half cock, bring that up, and that would eject out your spent casing. You'd put in another one. It's a huge advancement after the traditional muzzle loaders that the United States have been using. So really cool sort of replica trapdoor carbine. What do you think about that one?
I would say excellent condition, Chris.
Totally agree. It looks unused, and that is what the customer said. Cool. So let's move on to the next one. All right, next up from our same customer in Florida. By the way, guys, these two collections, this was like half of what we got in today. We couldn't put everything in one video, so we just wanted to focus on these, but like other singles and doubles guns that people had sent us, we must have gotten in like 40 plus guns today. So the website's definitely blowing up, so big thank you to everybody. And I'm sorry not everybody's guns are making it into the videos. I know that's actually a big reason a lot of people sell us guns. It's because they like the videos, so I really do appreciate that. All right, a Browning. Let's see.
Let's see.
is in here.
Okay. Thank you.
This has a lever on it. Ooh, look at that.
That is
Looks like
beautiful maple
Looks like it's going to be,
browning grade 2.
yep. That is gorgeous. Yeah, it's definitely grade 2. That's the BL22. Cool thing is the entire lever mechanism and trigger mechanism all folds together. These are really cool. I really like. This is probably made in Japan, would be my guess. Yeah, made in Japan by Morocco. Beautiful. Holy cow. Look at that tiger striping on there. That is a gorgeous firearm. I like that. What do you think about it?
Actually, I have two BL22 grade 2s that I bought from you, Chris, but I do not have one in Maplewood. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I have to say, excellent condition,
That's what
Chris.
the customer said looks unused. So a lot of these were, I'm not sure they were used. Could just be collectibles. Very, very cool, beautiful gun. I love that maple. Tigers, yeah, it's a gorgeous gun. Wow. I like it. Cool. All right.
Nice.
Let's move on to the next one.
Next up is another one from the customer in Florida. Thank you for sending these in to us. Got it. Uh-oh.
It would appear to be a shotty. Shotgun.
Well, I thought I had them released. There we go.
go.
Oh, no, it's not.
Cool.
Beretta.
So this is one that's breaking the mold from the Western style things. This is a Beretta CX4 Storm. This one's actually in the FDE, which you don't see too often. They're typically all in black, but this is cool. Sort of a mustard yellow color. This is the one the Yellow Army and the toy soldiers would use.
Yes.
Yeah. So in the CX4 Storm, they would use either the Beretta 92 series of magazines or 96 if it was a 40, or the PX4 Storm series, and this would appear to be a 92 series as long as it's a 9mm, and I can't tell. Where are you written?
Is it on the barrel? Yeah, the barrel, like right there.
Yeah, it is. It's 9mm. Very cool. So, again, not much else to say about it. These are actually really functional carbines. They're very lightweight, well balanced, very ergonomic. I do like the CX4 carbine. Just a cool all-around firearm. So yeah, not much else to say about it. What do you think about the condition there?
I don't see a mark on it, Chris. I would say excellent condition.
I totally agree, and that is what the customer said. Rock on. Let's move on to the two. We got one more from this customer. All right, guys, this is the last one from our customer in Florida. I think I've worn out my scissors, Randy, officially. I'm going to have to retire them. We'll hold a contest.
Need to get your original pair out.
The 5th comment down in 24 hours, we will mail you the scissors from the video, which are finally retired. I'm joking, but I'm going to be held to that probably.
Probably.
If you want them, just let me know. I'll mail them to you. They officially have my blood on them now, too.
Ooh, shipping towel.
Shipping, you can have that.
Thank you. I almost have a set.
We have 2 handguns here. All right. Start with the Smith & Wesson. Okay, very standard. This is a model 637-2, part of the Airweight series. 637 would have an exposed hammer. The 442 is a hammerless, or I should say it's a shrouded hammer. And what was it, which is the model that has the semi-shrouded hammer?
The 30,
That.
yes,
There it is.
yes. It's actually the model 638.
638, there you go. You can always count on Randy.
Never know what's going to
You
come out of
never
my
know what's
pocket.
going to come out of
It's a family show.
It's a children's show. Anyway, cool. 637. Not much else to say about it. 38 special. These are plus P rated, right?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think about that? When it comes to concealed carry revolvers, most people gravitate towards these or the Taurus like 85 or 85 UL line, stuff like that.
Looking at it, Chris, I would say very good condition, probably the higher end of very good.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and that is actually exactly what the customer said, so we're spot on. Let's see what we have here.
a big old gun.
Big old heavy gun. Ooh, nice. Looks like a conversion open top. See if there's an actual model designation. They call it no, it's just Cimarron information. That's a beautiful gun though.
Yeah.
Stainless finish, of course, wood grips. This is a Uberti manufactured in Italy, just like that 1886 Yellow Boy you saw, but brought in by Cimarron Firearms. This looks like it was a conversion, or not like actually done it by them as a conversion, but it's a model of the original conversion where they would have gone from a muzzle loaded or cap and ball type of configuration to a self-contained cartridge. What do they call? What do they call the conversion? It's a Richard Mason Navy conversion. Is what it is. Very cool gun. It is chambered in 38 special. I like that a lot. That's really attractive looking firearm.
Yes.
I bet it's a lot of fun. What do you think about the condition there?
I would say excellent condition, Chris.
I would totally agree, and that is what the customer said. So that is it for that collection from that customer. Big thank you to our customer in Florida for those. We have one box left from a different customer. I just happen to know what's in it, a couple cool things. So we'll just open those and then finish off this video.
All right, next up is one from a customer in Arizona. As you said, our last box of the day.
We have a Smith and
CZ?
a CZ. All right, that's a big CZ box.
It is a big old CZ box.
Oop.
Yeah, that
Man, that
did the
painter's
same
tape
thing.
that's some intense painter's
Does
tape.
not work on paper like it works on other surfaces. So.
Painter's tape doesn't work very well on walls, but it works great on paper. Okay. What we have here, beautiful. This is a Smith & Wesson Model 610. This is a 10 millimeter. This looks to be probably what, in 7.5 or an 8 inch? Probably an 8 3/4. It's a long barrel. It can't be 6. 7. It's a 7, right? 6.5.
6 and 3/8.
6 3. 6 and
That's
3.
a Smith & Wesson thing.
Yeah, Smith & Wesson just likes to not. They don't like to round their numbers. Anyway.
Gotta learn your fractions. Stay in school, kids.
Or you too can own a Smith & Wesson revolver. Anyway, Model 610, 10 millimeter. This is probably got moon clips, I'm sure. Yeah, there they are. So when you have a rimless semi-automatic pistol cartridge, you do need the moon clips to help you with that. Easier for loading and ejection. Otherwise, you got to knock them out with a cleaning rod or something. A gorgeous firearm. What do you think?
I would definitely say it's a solid, very good. Maybe at the high end of very good.
Yeah, customer said excellent, and I'm okay with excellent. I mean, even if we I don't even really see any wear on it.
I'm just like in the cylinder phase. I mean, obviously it's been
it's
fired.
been fired. It's a used gun.
So it's not excellent would be to me like brand new, but
Yeah,
so I said kind of the high end of very good.
Yeah, high end of very good, excellent's fine. Customer did say excellent. I'm totally cool with that. So it's an excellent looking firearm. It's obviously been shot, but it is used. So that is kind of goes with the territory. But very cool. Let's see what our last one is. Nice. Not the parrot.
It's green though.
A green goblin. Is that what they call
The
it?
green racer with the safety is on.
That's a tight gun.
It is. This is. There you go, Chris.
I mean tight like, the lockup's tight. It's not tight like the kids call it. I guess it would be that too. Look at that. That's interesting.
Ooh.
It's got a shelf on it so you can rest it on your...
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. What is that for, Chris?
It's for putting things on.
Yes.
When you've been shooting, haven't you always wanted to be like, I wish I had a place to put my coffee or...
I wish I could set a level there so that I could know that I was precisely aimed.
That's exactly what it's for.
That's
It's,
what
it's
it's
a
for.
level shelf.
It's a level shelf.
Other than that, I have no idea.
Stay on the levels.
So that is cool. So the CZTS2, they call it the Green Racer, right? Isn't that what it's called?
Racing Green.
Racing Green.
TS2, yeah.
Racing Green. I don't know where this falls in line with their competition firearms when it comes to like their shadows and the orange and the blues. My assumption based on this is that it's in a higher end. You can tell that there's a lot more machining done to the slide. Very, very nice adjustable target sights. Match trigger, obviously. Very flat face trigger. Nice looking firearm. You have the level shelf on it, which only the pros use these days. Jerry Michelet. Oh my gosh, that went off before I even meant for it to.
20 round magazine.
It went off again before I meant for it to, and I knew what to expect. Okay, slow down.
They make medicine for that.
Your level is not in place.
Wow. That's a nice trigger. Holy cow. Yeah, try that. But take your time. I told you to take your time.
I did take my time, but yet I was
You're
surprised.
pushing on the level shelf.
I got excited. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that is a.
that's a cool gun.
That's probably. I felt the trigger on the blue competition. I felt it on the orange.
Yeah, that's nice.
I think this is better. This
Wow.
particular gun, at least.
That is a professional firearm right there, you can tell. Anyway, very cool. We're going to end it up there, guys. I guess condition, we didn't do that.
Sorry, I got excited with the trigger.
I got really excited.
You had me in 20 round magazine.
Yeah,
I would say excellent condition, Chris.
I totally agree, and that's what the customer said. There's hardly even anywhere on the barrel. I'm not even sure if it's been shot much, if at all. So, very cool firearm, very nice. So that's why I wanted to throw these. I knew it was in these, so wanted to throw these here in the end. So, very cool firearms. Big thank you to all of our customers. So we're going to leave you guys off with that. I am Chris.
I'm Randy.
And we will see you next time.